Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
I assume.
Got it!
Alright, let's just go.
Well then.
Let us begin. Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't
Makoto.
quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth. I don't need someone else to tell me what to do. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is! As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn, trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped in. The door closed and the elevator started to move. Man, that's a big elevator. Look at that. Look at the size of that elevator. I think it's huge. The steel box is in it with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. This is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive its judgment? Obviously, in our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. We finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, alright? Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now. Hurry up. We did what we were and found our seats. Wow, look at this. This looks so weird. We're not even in seats. We're in our assigned standing circles. Set up so that everyone can see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease on anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. There's no seats! And so the curtain in our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. What's this? Okay. Increase the damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Oh, what is this? What is this? Well, we set our skills. I don't know what this means, but okay. I mean...
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Oh, there's actually voices!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get
No
started.
reason.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure, why not? As things progress during each case, you have to engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried in their statements. What this means is that you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into your truth cylinder. God, these names. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during this argument, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, this sounds ridiculous.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that...
Wait, hang on. The control key to speed it. We have one thing. So we have one thing we can do. How do we change the press the left to fire whatever truth bullet you have loaded? Oh, so we have one loaded. Okay. Move the mouse wheel up and down to select a truth bullet. Well, this is the only way when we have.
The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Because if Suzuka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation of what happened in my room. For this first debate, I'd like to take a sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. With a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? This represents a potential hole. These weak spots reveal important, although not always inaccurate sections of a statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. You can fast forward with the control key. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka.
And the murder took
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong!
Objection!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We already know. This is a tutorial.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
No.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gonna need to be a breakthrough somewhere. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Sure, let's hear more. You can concentrate by holding the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow, so you can pay closer attention to what's being said. Top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target. Well, I don't. This is so weird. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge. If this gauge empties, you can't concentrate, but the focus gauge will recover over time, so it lets your brain take a rest. Well then, good luck and have fun. I like how they say have fun. Have fun. Wait, what was this?
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody was in the...
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
I had to get some tea with the kitchen, and all the knives were there. When I finished my tea, I went back to the kitchen and lost my glass. One of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Yeah!
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school's regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other
Was it
person did come
Leon?
to the dining hall while we were there.
Was it Leon?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Was it Leon?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Oh.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
That's valid.
See? He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
If they convict me, someone's
Hold on.
gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
God, I hate everybody. I hate
Because
everybody.
you
Well, I
see,
don't hate
if the
her.
room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
What does this mean? As you advance further in the trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place, with the point of reveal important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. Some of these mechanics I think are kind of dumb, but okay. If you shoot the wrong letters, you'll damage your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been in the scene that wasn't. If we can just figure out what that something is. Okay, let's see how this goes. Again, this is a tutorial.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes. The object the killer broke. Oh, I have to pick a thing.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking...
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
I almost didn't notice it at first, but it's the key point. There's a bit more to learn. Okay, sure, tell me more. The number of weak spots will start to go up, but no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong run, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Okay, have fun. Okay, we got another one. This is gonna be the damaged door. So we can't just shoot at anything.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong! The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
Hi, Claire.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
We know the answer to this too.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The nameplates.
Shoot!
That's not one. Well, I mean, technically the nameplate changed, so I disagree with that. Like,
I got it!
I mean,
the killer must not have realized that it was my room.
I was trying to say the nameplate, because the nameplate became made in her
Are you
room.
saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
Okay.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite
Oh,
possibility.
we're still on this. Okay.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, Toko. Jeez.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of
I know
fact,
who did it.
I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
I know who did it.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
That's a good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
I don't actually know the
Maybe
answer to that.
Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because you have to be okay. Oh my god. What? There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here.
Shoot!
I'm confused. I'm confused. Maybe it's this one.
I got it!
Okay.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
God damn it.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
I tried the notepad.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Or the killer.
So, Makoto, did you
Or
write
the
this?
killer!
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh no. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note,
I feel like
the
I
place they were asked
hit
to
the
come
wrong
to,
thing.
it specifically says,
my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
I guess I
As
missed
a
the
result,
words.
the
That's why I
nameplate
hate
on
this
Sayaka's
mechanic.
room actually had Makoto's, and the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at
But I guess
Makoto's
they have the
room where
space bar,
Sayaka was.
So,
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yeah?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the
like
fight,
that this
right?
part is voiced.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Well, I know why. Just present the wrist evidence.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Wow, you're a genius, dude.
I see. And
all right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What a genius. There's a bit more to learn. There's more? Oh, multiple truth bullets. Only one of the bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll damage your influence gauge. You can press the Q to rotate the cylinder and choose the right bullet. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded in the cylinder. For your purpose, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Okay, well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, good. It's mean. Alright. Kitchen knife set replica sword. Alright.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Okay.
A sword-based sneak attack.
I guess it's that one. This one's convoluted.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Okay, I see where this is
If you were going to
going.
attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to, in fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
What? Oh, the water was off.
I got it!
At night, the
According
water's
to the
off.
Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
What if you need to poop?
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
I don't know.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword,
she's got
then that
some
means
issues.
the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
What a jerk!
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate
But it
Makoto.
was, you know, I mean, you gotta give her
But for
some
that to
credit.
work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious
Hey, we're
right away.
Scooby-Dooing this thing.
So all that's
Come
why
on.
she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus she was my neighbor.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
That's not true! That's impossible!
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Leon!
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka...
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still,
All blood is pink. I don't know why.
what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
11037.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just a look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Solve this right away.
Our little gray cells are really getting
I solved this right away.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Okay, I'm up in the dingus counter. We're a dingus. I mean, if we weren't a dingus before, we're a dingus now. They wouldn't even let me.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Mate, you can't rotate something 180 degrees. Everybody's a dingus.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
Is he going to get killed for this?
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Alright.
I got it!
I got
You
it!
mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other
all
points
we
that
need
may
to do is
reveal the
vote.
truth.
I'm a Leon!
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
It's all about
Yeah.
Leon.
I think... I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah. That's
I
a good
know.
point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
We don't have reasonable doubt here. We just have vote.
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon was the real killer.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Okay.
Shoot.
I thought that was it, but I guess not.
Whoever was on police.
So the only one person who...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
Oh, there we go.
In order to destroy
the evidence.
No, that's wrong.
Alright.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could
This is
dispose
going
of the evidence
way longer than I
without
thought it was
using
going
the trash
to.
room key.
I didn't realize it was going to be like an hour.
But if you
of
can't get past
this.
the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life. Someone threw that
Oh, I can?
gap in the gate? Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Yep, you did say that.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least...
Oh yeah,
30
he's a
feet, right?
baseball
The
star.
pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it!
You have to
Because
remember.
the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Just vote!
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Ah, damn. This takes so long. I mean, I guess this is... Okay, where are we at? Okay, I see. Why are we... Oh, we're going backwards. Okay, we're going left to right. Okay. Oh, we got more. Okay. Whoops. That would be over here then. This is when they picked it up then? They picked it up here, I guess. After the killer countered the attack with the attack of their own, what did they do next? They forced the bathroom door. The only logical way they could have done it was that. After she was stabbed, she used her last strength to leave behind a message. The killer used an item in my room to help dispose of the evidence, the lint roller. Okay. The object that kept through, alright. Wait, what's this? Okay, and then... Got it. Alright, there we go. Got
Here's
it.
exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
I mean, I guess in a way...
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room
Where
and
did
fought
you
back.
get the screwdriver? I think they were there to kill her. I think
During the struggle,
Leon went to
a
kill
strike
her
from
too.
the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
I like how the killer's
and
just like
stabbed Sayaka.
gray, ghoul-looking thing.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the
Her
entire
last
area.
strength, she swallowed her gold filling. I was thinking of the Simpsons one, in which his last house of strength, he collapsed on W and S.
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room.
Oh yeah, he left it in the laundry
The killer
room.
managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Your only regret is that you had bonitis. Yeah, that's probably Leon's regret.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
Which wasn't really a good piece of
The killer didn't notice
evidence.
this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
I mean, it was indisputable that they used the thing.
Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object, I object, I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
What is this? In time with the rhythm? Oh, okay. Oh, good, a rhythm game too. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Why? Why are these the mechanics of this game?
When the
Oh my
killer
God.
removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid!
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking the screwdriver thing anyway, so... Moment of truth. Alright.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lied. Shut up.
Okay, this is kind of dumb.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
How did it fail? Oh. Okay. If I have to do this whole thing again...
Is this...
Okay, yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, I didn't understand the mechanics, I guess.
When the killer removed instead,
I refuse. Stupid.
Because the mechanics are stupid?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking.
Understand how this works.
Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
What? What in the hell? I don't get this. Okay, this is jank as shit, man.
Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Here's your proof. You kidding me?
Time.
Not a chance. Stupid. You lie. Shut up.
Do this. I don't know how to do this. I cannot figure this out. I'm hitting the right mouse button and it's not locking onto them. It's like I have a millisecond to pick the statements.
I refuse to give up.
I don't get this. This makes no sense. This mechanic is... I understand what I'm supposed to do now.
I refuse. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
I hate this so much. Maybe I'll figure it out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
Like what? Why did you
lie? Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
When can I lock on? When
Shut
can
up.
I lock on?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking.
It's not working. It's not working.
You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up.
Okay, I just need to mash the right mouse button. Okay. I need to mash it.
Proof?
You need to mash.
This should prove it.
I didn't know you had to mash. Apparently, you need to mash.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were
That was
removed.
not clear.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean,
Did it say I had to
be a
mash?
screwdriver, right?
Because that's what I had to do.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used.
Alright, well now I know. I gotta mash the right mouse button.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
I was also thinking of a screwdriver.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have...
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
I like how even after all that evidence, they still voted for me. Like, okay, whatever. I got an A. Yay. Oh look, I got lots of points. Now I can start buying gifts.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection.
My name's actually
just
Leon.
To remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Looks like he got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch. I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed. So that's why I killed her first.
None of you are any different.
There's a complete chance that I wound up like this. Unlucky.
Hey, come on!
Everything becomes clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about it, honestly, it'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even if I can't handle what I saw in there, if I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. She did kind of like imply she was gonna kill somebody. I will say that. She kind of even like told me directly. I mean, I remember this. So when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
that's why we talked to me. Is that why she talked? I guess I'll never know because there's nothing I can do. I can ask her. Once you're dead, that's it. The entertainment industry must sure be. I mean, to try to kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's just sending into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. I really do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal. Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged. But
that's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go now. Damn it! That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna get a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the case trial, the Blackened will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. That's it.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense when you forced your way into the bathroom? Did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
But you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So that's why...
I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame, of course. I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because of the one to blame is him. Huh? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. She wouldn't be fighting. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We shouldn't be fighting against the one who puts us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Oh, no, uh-oh, did you awaken your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
No, 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 no.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment
I need to go to bed. Like, I badly need to go to bed. I did not expect this to take over an hour. I thought we were gonna go in there, present evidence, boom. Okay, I see what's gonna happen. He did more than defend himself. I mean, he broke into the bathroom and ultimately killed her. I mean, it wasn't pure. There was some self-defense, but I can't disagree that he did more than self-defense. Why is everybody here watching? What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else can we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping. They just keep talking, they won't stop. Dude, I'm just gonna save it right here. I'm not taking another hour of dialogue. I'm gonna save it right here.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, unless this is the end, I gotta swear to cut all ties with the outside world. It's the only single thing you can on board with. Okay, yeah, we're done.